Ew, what's that smell? Because he's a white man.
There's just like this thing about white people that just makes me be like,
say it with me.
structural racism.
Hitler is the Hitler of bullies. My young comrades.
Oh, okay.
Radical Cram School.
We should probably start from the beginning, eh? Yes, most people don't find out just how racist Chinese people are until they've visited China. But we're about to get a front row seat, folks. Behold.
I'm going to show a picture. This is my way of figuring out if you've been tainted by the patriarchy.
Patriarchy?
The scariest thing is not this one teacher, but the presumably 9 sets of parents whose child came home saying, "Mommy, Mommy, Auntie Christina told us we're tainted." And they didn't seem to care. But hey, tiger mothers get results, am I right? Who cares about a teensy bit of abuse as long as it gets them thinking straight?
What? Who's that?
They don't know who he is. Does that mean they're tainted, Auntie Christina? Or is it good that they don't know?
Ignorance is not acceptable.
I guess not. Go ahead and show us how you untaint children.
This looks creepy.
He looks creepy. Does he look like a good guy or a bad guy?
Bad guy.
I suppose the only truly tainted children are the ones who reply, "He looks like a good guy." Or worse, the ones who say, but these are just headshots. All I know about these people is their race and their gender. You can't tell if a person's good or bad just from that. Can you? Wrong answer. Unacceptable. That is the kind of bigoted attitude we're here to grind out of your stained, deformed children, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, I don't like these Jews. Therefore, you have to hate white people on sight. I will teach this to preschool children on YouTube, and no bugger will ever bat a bastarding eyelid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm oppressed.
Now remember, kids, we're not racist here. And that means the second worst colour is white man. And what's the very worstest colour of all?
I want to build a wall.
How do we feel about this wall?
Gee, I don't know. How do you feel about the huge, great dock-off one they have in China?
It is blocking opportunity for people that don't live in America to come here for a better opportunity.
You mean like Mongolians?
And we all came at some point from some other place.
My dad came here and my mom came here too.
They came here from where? They came here from where?
Cambodia.
Oh, wow. What do you think they think that they came from all the way to Cambodia and this is what they get to look at on the TV screen all the time?
Oh, well, it's a lot better than seeing nothing but great sweeping murals of Pol Pot lining every street corner. And no one's allowed to even wear reading glasses, let alone have a television. That's why they came here, actually, to get away from a demented communist regime. Wouldn't it be agonizingly ironic if they came all the way here, only to land their asses in your lap, Auntie Christina?
So misogyny is the hatred of women. Is that weird?
Yeah. Weird.
Wrong! Wrong, you nasty, tainted child! Misogyny is not weird, it is normal. You hear me? Absolutely typical and absolutely standard. It is what your houses are made from, it is what comes out of the taps. It is what causes cancer. It is written into the character of physical law itself and codified into every known language, culture, and religion. Yeah, except feminism.
Have you ever heard this term, it's a man's world?
It's not fair to hate your mother or your sister or something like that.
It's not fair. Well, what if they hate you? Isn't it perfectly fair to hate someone if they hated you first? Nonsense! No woman would ever hate her son, and no girl would ever hate her brother. Who on earth would teach them such a thing?
Why do you think bullies do that to people?
Because sometimes they're insecure.
There you go. Women are never insecure. Yeah, and when they are, it's men's fault. Shut up.
Does anybody know anyone who's gender non-binary? Elle?
I am gender fluid.
You're gender fluid.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful thing. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes, thank you very much. That means you sometimes feel like a girl and you sometimes feel like a boy, right? Well, I hope you don't feel like a boy at the moment, because then I'd have to kick you out of this class, okay? Boys aren't allowed here, as you can see, and they're not allowed in the Girl Guides or in the Brownies, let alone in any beneficiary of a human rights movement. You'll also decrease your chances at an education and increase your chances of incarceration for exactly the same actions. Now, does anyone else feel like being a boy?
No!
That's what I thought. Carry on.
Hello, kids!
Hi.
Yes, hello. Why do you have grey skin? Only dead people have grey skin. Are you culturally appropriating the dead? What on earth made you think this grey and grey minstrel show would be appropriate?
I'm Hannah Rochelle, but my Chinese name is Mei Lan.
How many names do you have? There are some Brazilians out there who only have one name. Even the richest sportsman in Brazil can't even afford a surname. And here's you swanning around with a name for each season. Check your bloody privilege, will you?
It's Donnie the Bully.
What have you got against the blonde people?
Our English is really good for an immigrant.
Thank you. Your English is adequate for an American.
Why are you whining? Everyone knows you Asians are naturally good at math and getting into good colleges.
Well, the ratio of complementary scholarships would suggest otherwise. Whites and Asians are in a similar boat there. We might as well not take the SATs. Unfortunately, any finger I lift to try and help you out in that front would ultimately be an act of white supremacy. So my hands are tied, Governor. You'll have to go 2 streets down, spin a left on this, and make your way to fuck.
Hey, that's the model minority myth, which is a byproduct of
Structural racism.
I don't remember this from school. Does anyone else? I remember the green cross code. I remember stranger danger. I even remember the odd vaccination here and there. But if I ever did undergo the kindergarten communism class, it's a memory that my brain has either buried because it was traumatizing or simply emptied because it was useless information.
I don't remember anything from school. I don't remember anything from... What were we talking about?
in the great words of Congresswoman Maxine Waters.
If you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd.
Yay!
And you push back on them.
Yay!
And you tell them they're not welcome.
You're fired.
That person was blonde.
The fuck is your problem, bitch?
Now, yeah, Christina's the one you should be yelling at. They learned it from her.
And who did she learn it from?
Probably from another teacher.
Yes, it's a generational chain of indoctrinated bullshit, and we can hit it at whichever link we like. And I repeat, piss you, you little brat. If I see you in the street, I will fucking bottle you.
We can't. The opinions of Drunk Bird do not represent the opinions of anyone. He's just a bird.
You're just a bird.
We are not getting into this again.
Miss me yet?
No, you fuck off too.
When Donnie the bully was calling Hannah Rochelle Ching Chong Chu or things like that, has anybody ever had that happen to them?
Sometimes people are saying really weird stuff, like, how do you pronounce it? And it's just like, it's exactly how it looks.
Hispanic women earn 55% of what white men earn. Hispanic women.
Structural racism.
Hispanic women.
It's exactly how it looks.
We cannot understand structural racism by just hearing about it. We have to experience it.
Oh, wow. I can't wait for the episode about rape culture.
Black women earn 60% of what white men earn.
White women earn 75% of what white men earn.
Asian women earn 84% of what white men earn.
I don't know about you, but to me there are two questions for which these factoids seem to beg, even to the naivest of children. The first of which is, why do Asian women earn more than any other women, even whites? Surely it rather screws up this whole narrative, does it not?
Asian women earn 84% of what white men earn. That's actually more than what was in the other boxes. But are you okay with it? It's pretty close to 100%.
I think 100% is better than 84. I'll take 100 any day.
Holy shit, she completely missed the point. I wonder how often that happens.
What is our responsibility to other women of color who are going to earn less, and white women who earn less?
To try to work together to earn the same amount as white men.
I have an even better idea. Try to earn as much as Asian men. See, the second rather obvious question was, how much do Asian men earn? If one cookie is equal to what a white man earns, then it turns out an Asian man earns more than one cookie, doesn't he? He earns a cookie plus an extra piece of cookie. In the same way, an Asian woman earns more than a white woman. That was a very odd piece of information to leave out, wasn't it? The evidence that your own race is in fact the top dog in the very metric you're using. So, the inspiration and aspiration to become a high earner is right there under your nose in the form of your Asian father, assuming you're lucky enough to have access to one. But your teacher here would rather you ignore that spiky little section of the statistics and instead set the bar a bit lower than that. Let's all collectively pretend that no one earns more than white men. Cover yourself in shit to own the white tards. Best advice ever.
But are men really actually more powerful?
No. They
Why
just
not?
act like it.
Well, shit. I'm having my words for dinner. You done learned them good. You took the scenic route to get there, but you eventually landed them on the truth. You realise that's true, right? Men aren't as powerful as they act, especially with regard to women. And once again, this utterly and irreversibly kind of fucks up your entire narrative, doesn't it? You know, kids may have a natural skepticism to their character, but at the same time, they take to cognitive dissonance like a duck to water. We have to take the power back from men who don't really have power, they just act like it. I don't know where that would logically conclude the power to, in fact, be, but fuck it. Let's just take power from men anyway. Because at the end of the day, we also like to act as though men are powerful. Deep down we know it's just an act, but it's just easier to face than even the general direction of the truth. Because that would mean taking responsibility.
That sounds like a women of color coalition if I ever heard one. That's what we would have to do to get a full cookie, is form a union.
Sometimes I'm just speechless.
You know who else earns more than one cookie? Jews.
What? Who's that?
التي تجتاحها هذه الأفلام قتلة.
This looks creepy.
يعني محتلون من قبل اليهود لكن بإذن الله تعالى نحن سنقاوم وندافع.
It looks creepy.
Bad guy.
Have you not yet asked yourself, when did my country get as bad as Palestine? Do it. It builds character.
I wish I could be a boy, so when I grow up to be a father, I don't have to think about a zillion things, and mothers think about like 1,000 zillion things.
Such are the everyday tribulations of being telepathic, of having the ability to look into men's minds and actually quantify how much they are thinking. I don't know who it was who taught you this, that women have telepathic abilities and men don't even have empathy. But they, whoever they are the reason you have a zillion things to think about. You have been lied to. You've been told a bank of whoppers to a degree that's frankly abusive. You can't read people's minds, okay? Any better than males can. Unravel these deliberately divisive lies you've been told, and your mind will have a much easier time meditatively emptying itself. And as for you, Auntie Christina, well, same advice, but it'll land on much deafer ears already set in their ways, methinks.
You know what I I do when structural racism and misogyny get me down. I sing the blues.
Foul. Cultural appropriation. That the blacks own that. The day we let you steal music from black people is at least the first day a black man could walk down the street in China and not be told to have a wash. And yes, that is my excuse for not touching your poxy song with a shitty stick.
Oh, go on. It'll be funny.
No, it won't. She's actually torturing these kids now. This footage should probably be illegal.
Just one line. Just one little line of the song.
Fine.
Don't call me Oriental.
I'm not a rug or a vase.
I believe the word you're thinking of is ornamental. That is a different word. Oriental means Eastern. From the Latin oriens, meaning Eastern. If I can't call you Oriental, then you can't call me Western. I'm not a Hollywood movie, or a broad approach to medicine. It's one thing to expect everyone to be colorblind, it's quite another to expect everyone to be compass blind. Which way is it to the station? And don't be directionalist about it.
Leftist.
Rightist.
Centrist.
Jab, jab.
Jab, jab, swing.
You people are twats.